What's your name?
Christina,
Christina, where are you from?
West Palm Beach.
What you think of the race today?
I don't like that I can't get high enough to see all the cars at once, but I thought it was good. I really liked the restarts, and I mean, it's fun. It's a beautiful day.
Have you ever been in a race before?
Yes, actually, this is my second year here. I've been to the Indy 500, and I go to Daytona a lot.
All right. Who are you rooting for today?
Actually, Ryan Hunter-Reay. Andrew's so hot.
What you think about the finish?
I didn't get to see it. It was a terrible, terrible time.
What happened?
I was in line for a bathroom, and someone was in the bathroom for a very long time.
You couldn't hold it for the last few laps?
No, I didn't know it was the last 2 laps. I'm telling you, I couldn't see anything. I was in the park, and then I was like, dang, this is becoming a serious issue. So then I really had to go to the bathroom, and it was terrible, terrible timing on my part.
For those that have never been to a race that might think this is kind of boring, what would you say to them to encourage them to come out?
Oh, it's such a great group of people. Even if you don't watch the race, if you can't see the race, come with a group of people or just come by yourself. It's such a great environment here, and everybody's so willing to talk to you and have a good time that I don't think it matters that even if you're not invested in racing, it's still fun.
So what's your name?
I'm Adam Dunworth.
Adam, where are you from?
I'm originally from Chicago, but I grew up in Indianapolis, so I know a little bit about racing. Just a little bit, though.
Who are you rooting for today?
Today, Connor Daly, but I don't think he had a car, which is awkward, but I was still rooting for him, so that's okay. And then I would say my next, Tony Kanaan, Elio Castroneves. I don't think Elio didn't race today either, did he? Man, come on, what is going on?
Two of last year's most popular drivers not racing.
Not racing today. And then Takumi Sato, just because he won the Indy 500 last year. I'm a Japan fan, so I think it was really cool. What did he finish today? Top?
I'm not sure.
I say he was in the top 10 for a little bit, but I don't think he finished too strong. But that's okay.
What you think about Robbie Wickens?
Honestly, just from being from Indiana, you just recognize race car drivers' names because it's always on the news oh, Scott Dixon did this today or Tony Kanaan did this today, and I saw his name come up and I was like, who is this guy? I've never heard him before. So I mean, honestly, just to see new names that are probably going to become household names, hopefully around the world, definitely in Indiana they'll be household names, but that's good to see a new name kind of pop up and be successful.
What you think of the finish?
Didn't see it, but it was amazing from what I heard.
What were you doing that you missed the finish?
Honestly, my girlfriend had to go to the bathroom.
You're the second person I came across today that missed the finish because of the bathroom.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some. When nature calls, you got to go.
But couldn't you hold it for the last 5-10 minutes?
I could. She could not.
So for those that have never been to a race, you've had the good fortune going to the Indy 500 and now the Grand Prix of St. Pete. What would you say to them to encourage them to come out and say it's not just cars going in circles?
I mean, it is cars going in circles. Let's call a spade a spade. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's like going to any sporting event. You can watch it on TV, you can. But at the end of the day, seeing the fans, seeing something live, being feet away from cars going as fast as they possibly can on, streets that you drive on a normal basis is really, really cool. And I think there's something to be said about going somewhere and viewing something live because it's an experience. It's not so much you're paying for the experience. You're not paying to just watch the cars go around because you can go watch that on TV, but you're paying for the experience of, being in the sunlight, watching the cars go as fast as humanly possible and catching a snap glimpse of them pass you by. It's cool to be there. And I know it's one of those things of you have to do it to be okay, this is why I paid to go watch them live instead of watching them on TV.
Well, thanks for coming out and thanks for taking the time, man. I appreciate it. What's your name, young man?
John.
John, where are you from?
Riverview, Florida.
So you're local?
Yes.
How many times have you been out to the race?
This is my first time.
What'd you think of it?
Good.
Did you have a good time?
Yes.
What was your favorite part?
The ending.
What'd you like about the end?
It was very intense.
Could you kind of explain why it was really intense?
The second lap, second lap to go, the first place car crashed.
Yeah. Were you rooting for anyone today?
The Napa car.
the INDYCAR. Do you think you'll be coming back next year?
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you very much, John. It was nice meeting you. What's your name, brother?
My name is Spencer.
Spencer, where are you from?
I'm from Michigan. Live here in Florida now.
Been to the race before?
No, never.
What'd you think?
It was one of the most incredible experiences I've ever had. It was just, it was just a rush to feel the cars just that close. It was really cool. It was really cool.
Were you rooting for anyone today?
Not necessarily. I was just looking to have a good time and see some good race, and it was fun. It was fun.
What'd you think of the finish?
The finish, a little disappointing, a little anticlimactic, but it was good. I mean, it was fun to see the guys finish up, but Lucas Oil kind of lost one in the end. I feel like they should have had it at the end, but things happen. So
You'll be back next year?
I will be back next year, absolutely.
For someone that's never been, and you might attest this on TV, it might look kind of boring. What would you say to them to encourage them to come out?
I would say if it looks boring, I would say you come out to St. Pete Grand Prix and you find a good spot right near the race, and you watch those guys rip past you, rip around the corners, and I mean there's nothing. I've never seen anything like it, and it's thrilling. It's really thrilling to see it for the first time. So that's what I'd say.
All right. So what's your name, brother?
Scott.
Scott, where are you from?
I'm from Orlando.
Orlando. What'd you think about the race today?
I thought it was fantastic, super entertaining, and definitely kept you on the edge of your seat.
Who are you rooting for?
Sebastian Bourdais.
So you're pretty happy today?
Yeah, I was extremely happy. Did not quite see that finish coming. So yeah.
How many times have you been out here?
This is my third time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you a big race fan in general, or?
Yeah, I'm a huge INDYCAR fan, particularly love Formula One as well. So yeah.
For people that have never been out here, what would you say to them to encourage them to come out?
Oh gosh, that's it's the scenery is fantastic. The racing is super exciting to see these cars on the ragged edge, just flying around these corners with concrete on either side of them. It's hard not to get excited about that whenever you actually see it in person. So.
All right, what's your name?
My name is Taylor.
Taylor, where are you from?
I'm from Indianapolis.
You're from Indianapolis?
I'm from Indianapolis, yes.
Big race fan then?
Yeah, I like the snake pit at the Indy 500.
For those that have never seen or heard about the Snake Pit,
Okay.
What is it?
Any EDM DJ will be there. You can hear them more than you can hear the cars, if that makes sense. I've seen one car in the past few years that I've been there.
Okay. So with that said, there was no Snake Pit here. What brought you down to St. Pete?
It was really nice because we moved down to St. Pete a little over a year, or almost a year ago, and knowing that there was INDYCAR racing down here on the streets that we drive on daily, that was kind of an interesting combination for us. A little bit of home with what we're driving on every day. It was a really cool combination.
Very cool. Who were you rooting for today?
Oh gosh, well I was upset I didn't see any Ed Carpenter. I'm a Butler graduate, and I thought that would be a wonderful combination, but Ryan Hunter-Reay, I would say. I met him 2 years ago or so, so I'm a big fan there, I guess you'd say.
What year did you graduate from Butler?
I graduated in 2015.
I was a 2005 graduate from there.
Butler grad, that's wonderful. Yeah, my sister graduated in 2011, so a little distance there, but yeah, Butler grads all the way.
So, what'd you think of the finish?
You know, I didn't catch much of it. Is that awful? Is that so awful? Like I said, we came down more to explore, see how different this was from the Indy 500. You have much more of a view of the cars, it feels like, just from, we were in an apartment earlier, so we could see down on that, and then came through here. And there's so much more of an opportunity to get up close to the fence and see everything, but we did miss the finish. I hate that.
So for people that have never been to a race, on TV it looks kind of boring. What would you say to them for inspiration to come out to one of these events?
You know, it's almost like baseball. I'm a big baseball fan, but will I watch it on TV for 4 hours? Probably not. I'll catch a little bit. But when you're here, it's a totally different experience. So it's coming down to a race, too. You're not going to watch it on TV for that long and pay complete attention to every single aspect of it. But when you're here, it's so much more fun to be in the atmosphere, take it all in, and see everyone else who is here cheering for people, too.
Well, thank you very much. It's nice to meet a fellow Butler grad in Florida.
Dogs.
All right, thanks. Take care.
Thank you.